If you're not listening to the Smoke World podcast, you're wasting your time, you mortal.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone. So go grab that stick, go grab a glass of whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have a conversation. You can follow me on Instagram at Smoke World Podcast. And I tell you this every time, folks. Send those emails into Stone at SmokeWorldPodcast.com. Again, if you haven't checked out the website, check out the website, SmokeWorldPodcast.com. We got some great things going on. Go and support those sponsors. Today's guest on this episode is one of the brothers of the Leaf, Eric Perez from Casa De Suenos Cigars. Brother Eric, what's up, brother?
What's going on, Stone? How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm good, brother. What's going on with us, brother? So we're going to talk about this cigar a little bit, but we want to kind of get to know you, bro. So you talk to us, brother. Where you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I'm originally from the Bronx, New York. City that never sleeps. Born and raised, Puerto Rican background, of course. Parents from Puerto Rico. All my life in the Bronx. Went to high school there, and then worked for a while. At a young age, about 20 or so, I went to the Marine Corps, served in the Marine Corps, got out back in, not to give away my age, a while ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got out in '98, and then I didn't move back to NY. I came and moved to Maryland, Baltimore area, and joined the police force. And I'm a homicide detective, and over 21 years now service. About to retire soon, and that's where I'm at now. I got involved with Casa De Suenos. Just been in the craft, been in the world, in the whole social life, that whole lifestyle, as we like to call it, of the Leaf, for over 21 years now. Pretty much when I got on the department, I started smoking.
Oh, that's what's up, brother. First of all, thank you for your service, no doubt.
Thank you. Yep,
all right, damn. Okay, so homicide, man. So we can talk about that all day, every day. But we definitely we're gonna get into that a little later, no doubt about that. Okay, so now you've been smoking cigars now. You said about 21 years.
21 years, yeah.
So what was that? Let's give us that whole experience. How'd you get started with that? Who turned you on to that?
So it's pretty much on the job. You know, you need those vices, those what people like to call them, outlets to take you to that outside world, away from the job, away from regular hustle and bustle of that grind of your everyday life, and put you on the other level. Just start make you think outside the box sometimes, and just get your mentals right, for lack of a better word, and take you to a place where it's pretty much timeless. When you're smoking a stick, it's a timeless experience. There's no rush to do it. There's no rush to finish. There's no time restraints at all. You're just on your own level, doing your thing.
Yes, sir.
So I started there doing that back then.
All right, that's what's up. I mean, I can relate to that, definitely, especially with that particular job. I definitely can relate to that. So, what was your first stick, if you remember? Because I don't remember my first stick.
I remember my first two sticks. So my first stick was Acid Cuba by Drew Estate.
Okay, gotcha.
And then after that, it was Ecuadorian or Nicaraguan, just a hand rolled. I had from a shop. It was a straight up hand rolled, house blend, no label, straight. It was a puro, and it was great. And I was after that, it's history.
Oh, no doubt. Now, here's another question for you. Since you're down in the Baltimore area, for those who are listening, who are in that vicinity, what are the lounges looking like down there, brother? What can you tell them about the lounge, the scenery, the cigar, the brothers and sisters of the Leaf? What are they doing in Baltimore?
The lounges are really they're popping over here. There's a lot of good, brick and mortar shops that they're very involved and in the leaf and lifestyle and the culture of what we do, and they support one another heavily with different events and community fundraisers, things of that nature. They're definitely involved in keeping each other afloat, and especially in the times we're in now, very, very much so. They're definitely involved heavy in the community that is here is very, very involved in the lifestyle. It is huge here in Baltimore, D.C. area, big time.
Okay, so is any? I don't want to put you on the spot and put nobody's stuff on blast one way or the other. But is there anything that you could recommend? Because again, you're not too far. You're about an hour down the road from me. That if I come visit down to Baltimore, what lounges would you recommend?
I would recommend Main Street. Main Street's a really nice, spacious lounge in Bel Air. Main Street is a very good shop, very, very friendly shop. They're all friendly, but they're family owned. Originally, I believe they're originally from New York as well. Very good family, and it's a very good size. At least four different seating lounge areas in that shop. It's a big lounge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a big lounge. I enjoy going there a lot. Okay,
so that's one of your setup spots where you go and lay back and get your head right, as we say in our neighborhood. Getting your head right,
absolutely,
brother. All right, so let's get into
and it's another one more of the good ones is Burnt Leaf.
Okay.
That's in Randallstown. That's a brother. He's a retired officer as well. Burnt Leaf is definitely another one that definitely we support as well.
Oh, that's what's up. All right, folks, there you have it. Go down and support the brick and mortars. It's always important that we support these brick and mortar stores. You know, with the COVID, we're trying to get on the other side of this. So again, as some of the lounges start to open back up, it's important that we go and do what we do. Go support those brick and mortars. All right, so let's get into this cigar, brother. Let's talk about this brand. Talk to me here. What do we got going on here? What region is this cigar from? Educate the people on the cigar.
So Casa De Suenos is a Dominican Republic region brand. We have the De Los Reyes family. They manufacture our sticks. And they, of course, for those who know the leaf, they're the manufacturers of Saga, Don Julio, Toro, Debonair cigars. They have over 106 years of growing tobacco in the Dominican Republic. So they are manufacturers. But our guys, and I'll get into them in a minute since you've heard about me. Our owners, a group of very intricate, unique individuals, and they're just great people, great guys, and they got together one day back in 2018, and these guys, they blended themselves. It's not stepped on them, like they blend themselves, and like I said, De Los Reyes, they manufacture, but these guys blended themselves. So it's four guys who initially got together in 2018 at the LG Cigar Club out in California. And so it was Ozen, Arsenio's Kerry Knight, Chris Oliveras, Patrick Diaz. And he just recently brought on a fifth partner, a fifth owner, is Don Araki. So these guys, they got together in 2018 at the lounge and just talked about, hey, it'd be cool to let's blend our own shit one day. And they did it, 2018. And then 2019, the first stick was launched. It's an Soñador blend, and that means the dreamer.
Nice.
So the Casa De Suenos actually means is the House of Dreams for people who don't know what that means. But so House of Dreams is what it means, and then El Soñador, the first line that came out, that blend is called the Dreamer, and it's a well balanced, medium full body stick. It dropped in 2019, November 2019. Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, San Vicente binder, and the filler, of course, is from the DR, from Dominican Republic. And there's 4 Vitolas sizes in that one. It's a Robusto, a 5x52, a Toro, 6x54, a Maximo, which is the big boy, the 7x60, and then a Solomon, which is the 7x56. So that one is the flavor profile's complex in that one as well. I love that stick. It's sweet cream, toasted almonds, little chocolate, little cedar, little pepper, little leather. And then the one that just recently came out, the second line that we came out with the Dream line, is the Fantasia blend. That Fantasia is a fantasy. So it's all based on dreams. So the Fantasia this is the full body one, a little bit more complex. Habano wrapper, San Vicente binder, and the filler is a Viso Nicaragua Corojo 99.
Nice. Now, where can folks go and find these cigars?
So right now, we're not doing individual sales right now. It's just strictly brick and mortar. We're supporting the brick and mortars, like you said before, and especially the times when we want to support, especially with this premium boutique cigar that we have. We want to support the shops. I want to say about 2 or 3 years from now, we'll start doing the individual online sales. But for now, we're in, I believe, almost 30 shops around the country between California, Massachusetts, Virginia, and now I'm starting the Northeast region. I'm going to start hitting the Baltimore, D.C. area.
I'll have to send you up here because we got plenty of the loungers up here that may be interested in doing that. So
yes,
we definitely will have to talk offline. Definitely
come check you. And I would definitely Pennsylvania is definitely. I want to get Pennsylvania on the map too, because that's part of the region I'll be covering as well.
Good stuff. Because there's plenty of shops up in this area, as you well know that. Definitely. Now it's interesting you talk about the owners. I saw a video. Now this is what I'm saying about the cigar culture. These were just guys who just happened to be smoking in the lounge together on a regular basis, probably busting up, having these conversations about, yo, man, let's maybe start a cigar company one day. They might have been drunk when they said it. Who knows? Drinking some Scotch bourbon. Who knows?
Guess what? So, they made it happen because the LG Cigar Club that I was talking about, where the guys go there, they're all members there, and Ozan he's the owner and president of the LG Cigar Club and Saga Lounge. So they were just, like I said, sitting around one day, and they said, yo, let's make this dream a reality. And they went ahead and did the damn thing, man. They did it, and like I said, Ozan, he's the owner and president of the lounge, and then Kerry, he's a retired police officer as well, and Chris is a retired Marine, and then Patrick, he's another Puerto Rican fella like myself, born and bred Puerto Rican New Yorker like me. So, and then Don, he's a Silicon Valley, junkie that, like I said, they got it. He came on board as well with the group of the owners. So, like I said, that story right there, these guys, it drew me to them, attracted me to them, and I reached out to them. That's how it all started. I reached out to them initially because I love the story and the unique, individuals that each one of them are, and their bios are incredible. They're a great group of guys, and like I said, I reached out to Chris initially, and then Chris put me in touch with Patrick. And the first conversation we had, it was over an hour and a half on the phone, and we connected right away, Patrick and I, and then here we are today, making it happen.
For folks who are listening, who ask this question every time, who are maybe non-smokers, non-lovers of the leaf at the moment, I always get the question, why do you guys being girls too, smoke cigars? It's these type of stories. This is the type of culture that we're dealing with. You couldn't have a more diverse group of guys come together, sitting in the lounge, enjoying themselves, smoking cigars. Like I said, they may have been drunk. Maybe one or two of them may have been drinking some Scotch bourbon, whiskey, whatever, vodka martini. But nonetheless, they had a conversation. And they said, yo, man. Yep. Somebody said, yo, in the drunk state or not, yo, we should start our own cigars, man. These guys get a nice little amount of money. We love this leaf. I think we should do that. I don't know how many times I hear that in the lounge, that somebody should start something. Some people do it, others don't. But nonetheless, that's what we do in the lounge. We just sit back, we have a great time, we enjoy conversation, and we all have the love of the leaf. And we don't have to agree on everything. And that's one place we can sit, enjoy ourselves, no matter what religion, what background, what political affiliation you may be with. The leaf brings everybody together, brother. Lovely story. That's a great story. Great story. Now I gotta. Now you got me curious now, because now you mentioned in the beginning on onset that you're a homicide detective. Now we talk cigars a little bit now. Folks want to hear some entertaining stuff, brother. So this is what we do in Smoke World. We can't talk cigars all day. After a while, folks' eyes start to glaze over. Like, all right, yeah, how many leaves and binders we gonna talk about? So let's talk about a little bit about what you do. Again, you ain't gotta give no details based on understand you work in Maryland. We'll just say you're officer in Maryland and you work in the homicide division. For those who are listening, obviously they watch CSI and watch all these TV shows. I know, but for the listening audience, can you give them the reality compared to what they're seeing on TV? Yeah, exactly.
So I think that says a lot right there.
Yes.
that initial reaction.
Yes.
So it's totally different. I mean, there are some truths to what's seen out there, but for the most part, they're missing most of the reality part of what really goes down and what really happens.
Are you looking for a new platform to connect with other cigar smokers, consumers, lounges, and brands while escaping tobacco-related rules of other social media platforms? Then look no further. Stogie Lives, the new social media platform for cigar lovers created by a female. So come join Stogie Lives, STOGIELIVES.com, where every cigar lover has a place to connect.
It's definitely a totally different animal, especially now. The times when, the very unfortunate times when, here the youth today really have no regard for any quality of life, man. It's really sad, But I'm hoping and praying things turn around soon, and I'm done serving, God willing, in 2 years, all the way around. I've served my country, served locally. I'm wrapping it up. So I'm done.
You ready to go smoke? You ready to go sit back, smoke,
that's right.
have a drink, have your tequila?
That's right. I want to get a couple more sticks in a day for sure once I'm done with this.
All right, so based on that statement that you made, so you're saying you're finding that a lot of young people are being murdered because, again, your day begins when somebody's day ends. That's what a homicide does. So I'm gonna say it again for the folks. His day begins when someone else's day ends. So if you didn't catch that, that means, okay, hey, if he's got to come out, it's not a good day for you. You're not here, more than likely. So you're saying a lot of uptick in violence in the young folks down in Maryland.
Oh, yeah. But, 95% easily.
Now, what do you think is causing that? What do you think is the drug game? What are we talking about down there? Is it more? Well, that's more likely drugs.
Absolutely. I think the drug game and just the sense of lawlessness that unfortunately we have not just here but around the country now. It's everywhere now. Every urban city is experiencing these upticks in the violence everywhere. So it's very sad, and I feel for the citizens because a lot of them don't even feel safe anymore because of the sense of lawlessness that does exist.
Now, do you think it's the environment? Okay, now, because again, the drug game, quick money. Sometimes you can get long money. A lot of times that ain't the case unless you're doing some big things. But do you think it's a lack of the job opportunity in those communities, or just, your environment tells you a lot? Sometimes you become a product of your environment, and that's all you know, and you get caught up, and now you're in the drug game. So what do you think, in your opinion, only your opinion, what's going on in those environments that you're in? Are you falling one way or the other as far as environment or just the opportunity?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the environment, but for the most part, the majority of the reason is the state of affairs of the politics that exist now. The really, really far left liberal, ideology or mentality that exists now, that is why the uptick in crime itself, violent crimes in particular, have gone through the roof, the astronomical numbers now, because the politics and the locally here, at least I can say, it's definitely not a good look right now. How things are going, from City Hall on down. Not a good look at all.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so we end up on
It's gotta change. It's gotta change.
Well, no doubt. We're going to pray for that, brother. That's what I do on my end. So I don't know what everybody else does. I'm a praying man. So if you're not, too bad. It's not your show. So I tell folks that.
Right.
But
Right.
on a lighter note, okay, so you're from New York and you're down here in Maryland now.
Yep.
Now, do you get the chance to go back to New York quite often or no?
Nah, not as much as I used to. Definitely not as much as I used to. But I definitely going to start making a couple more trips there, because that's, like I said, we're going to start branching out, not just here, but after I lock this area down here between Baltimore, D.C., PA, I definitely want to hit the tri-state area.
Okay, so you'll have this region.
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Okay, so what will be your regions? You'll have Maryland. Would you have Delaware?
So, yeah. I would have thought Delaware would be mine too. Yep, Delaware would be mine too.
Okay, so Pennsylvania, and you go as far as what you say, Connecticut?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Connecticut. Yep.
Gotcha. All right, so folks, number one, Eric, tell us how we can find you on social media. What's your social media handle?
So it's Stogie _rep, STOGIE _rep, REP, and the website for Casa De Suenos is Casa De Suenos is going to be actually it's actually, I always get it confused here.
Take your time. It's like church. Take your time.
SuenosCigars.com. So SUENOS cigars.com. One word, SuenosCigars.com.
Good stuff, brother. Now, before we wrap up, is there anything that you need to let the folks know before we wrap up? Maybe I didn't go over, I didn't ask you, that you want them to know about you or the cigar or the brand?
Just that, our company here, the owners there, they're black and brown company. It's like you said, a group of unique individual guys just came together one day in the cigar lounge and made a dream happen that they were just talking about, and just went ahead and did the damn thing and made it happen.
See, folks, there
and
you
that's
go.
what really drove me to them, that story that they had.
There you go. You can do it. See, I love this podcast because, again, we get to communicate with the regular, everyday folks. Again, talking about cigars. They took smoking cigars into a business, something they love. They all had a good time smoking these things and said, you know what, we can do this. So, folks, if you're listening, you can do it too. Whatever it may be, let your dreams, let your minds. There's nothing that can stop you. You go forward and make it happen. Well, there you have it, folks. There's another episode of Smoke World in the books. Again, you can follow me on Instagram at Smoke World Podcast. Email stone@smokeworldpodcast.com. Again, check out the website. Go support the sponsors on smokeworldpodcast.com. And folks, we appreciate you listening. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And we will check you out on the other side. Peace.